If you're joining us today for the first time, we started a series last month on DeSoto's core values. So today we're going to be talking about another one of those. So Joshua, in the next few minutes, I want our listeners to understand how we provide both physical and emotional safety for our clients. I know we have a lot of stories that we could probably choose from, but maybe one that stands out in your mind as the perfect example of how we do this.
Yeah. What comes to mind is a particular situation in which I feel like those two concerns, the physical safety and the emotional safety, could have been at odds with each other. But we were able to plan carefully so that we could honor both of those commitments at the same time. So the physical safety is obviously a vital one for us, right? Especially when you start talking about our high ropes course and all the specialized gear that we use, right? These things, they have to be used correctly, right? And they have to fit a certain way in order to ensure that we're not taking any unnecessary risks,
right?
You know, when people are having fun at 30 feet in the air, right? That physical safety has to be a priority for us. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to applying consistent, uniform, standardized equipment and protocols to the human body, something that is notoriously and maybe even gloriously diverse and unique, and something that we all have our own concerns and our own insecurities and our own challenges with. When we have that necessary protocol for safety, that necessary protocol can threaten emotional safety when it causes embarrassment or when it exposes those insecurities at the wrong place or the wrong time. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is that we had this particular situation where we were able to see this possible tension between those two things in advance because we saw it in advance because, like we said in our previous core value, we are client focused, and we very intentionally put in a lot of work ahead of time so that we can be as prepared as possible for exactly who you are. And so we saw it coming, right? We saw it coming, and we were able to put a plan in place in advance that allowed us to stick with our absolutely necessary physical safety protocols, but at the same time without sacrificing that emotional safety that was really important for this client surrounding a certain area of concern that they had.
That's perfect. That not much more you can add to that. I think that's exactly who we are and how we uphold that particular core value. And I love how you tied it back to the fact that because we are so client focused, that is why we do this. That is why we were able to do that for that particular client. So yeah.